Everyone. It is November 30th. I apologize for starting late. Dutch just dropped by and was chatting with me. I didn't want to start stream with him here in case he wasn't wanting that. Um, but yeah, we're about 23 minutes deep into it. So I'm gonna try to get this show on the road. Let me just get my stuff out. Don't know. Oops, that is the fishing pole. Oh yeah, Flux Pros. We had mentioned that they were they're at something like 2. Oh, I didn't mean to close it. Yeah, there's something at like 2 million, 2.1 million already. Oh, nice messaging me. And we were talking about movies and like unpacking, just general wisdom of like not looking at your luggage when you're to try to return to normalcy, which is definitely some good advice that I need to follow. Okay, but right now the advice I need to follow is um, get the window out so I can have my control over Twitch. Create a dashboard, stream manager. Oh, we got a follow from Sil. Got a shout out from VLav and from Sweet. Oh, that was the same one. Okay. Going to close this. No collabing today. Got our ads. So it's like I say, no collabing today every day. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the 90 seconds now. And then we probably won't do another break since we're so close to the well, yeah, I don't think so. We'll probably close it out after, like, once we get to the end of this one. But yeah, we'll see you in 90 seconds, and hopefully I'll be fishing by then. But we'll see. You know what? We'll be chatting in any case. Okay, I'm gonna grab the chat. Don't need slimes today. I can put away the fishing rod. All right, let's go water our plants. Actually, I think we can pull our bucket now. Probably. Gosh, so chaotic. I don't think there's that much time left in this season, but hopefully still enough to get at least the apple bobber. I think that's the thing I can still get. I'm gonna get the bucket today. We're not actually having to water this fully. Look how like scary I look watering this. Oh, barely on that one. I think I mentioned face tracking. It's going to be tougher than I anticipated. I mean, I wasn't sure, to be honest. So I'm not entirely surprised it didn't end up working out. But oh gosh, this looks so funny. This is my Cossack dance style of walking. Yeah, hopefully we can get that rolling. We're looking at a new kind of face gasket that I don't have to remove when I clean the VR cover. Just getting it attached through other means, and then you know getting the face tracking working, which should be relatively easy, and then trying to find a more long-term solution for the eye tracking part. Uh, I mean, I have no idea what that's going to entail. Hopefully, we can get that figured out, but that's going to be not as soon as I would have liked, but one thing at a time, one day at a time, etc., etc. I did get the PSVR2 working, so that's good. Um, oh wait, I think I still have world sounds off. Let me fix that. There we go. Yeah, well, I went into Lax's workout gym after she had left, unfortunately. Today was her last day. I didn't get to catch her, but I did see some friends while they were in there just kind of hanging out after workout. And the sound the video had a song going. It was super loud, so I ended up turning off world sounds. But yeah, let's talk about last week. Ellie was back. We actually did some ooh, all right, opening up with a rare. We did some dancing with Ellie for the first time in a long time. That was really nice. I think we're gonna hopefully do that again with the coming Tuesday, which should be the last stream where we have to worry about disconnecting in the middle. I hope. I ordered a new router on Black Friday, which should hopefully be better suited for configurability. Look at this hungry look I get when these fish are there. I'm just like Ooh, already, wow. Okay, where was I? So that was great. Thursday I missed. Why did I miss? Oh, right, we had a small personal issue come up, and it just kind of precluded me coming in for stream that day. And I knew Fish was out because it was Thanksgiving, so there wasn't a whole lot that would have been, it would have just been me dancing, which we've all seen. I mean, I guess it still would have been fine, but yeah, it just didn't work out this time. But I did hear from Yui that some people did go and dance in the world and had fun that night, so that's good. I'm trying to, actually that's something I was talking to Dutch about just a moment ago, is that I've been having trouble getting back to a feeling of normalcy, following my schedule and actually following up on the things that I've been wanting to do. It seems like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like you get dragged along by a current, and even though you have things you want to do and you have intention behind it, it's just you still find yourself just getting dragged along. And it's a feeling that I personally can't stand, but it's something that I've been struggling with. And I think failing to do that has been doing a number on me personally. And it's weird because usually when I have Yui, hi Yui, welcome to stream. I was actually just chatting about scheduling stuff, and I mentioned that you were dancing on that Thursday that I wasn't. But yeah, usually when I'm having some personal trouble, emotionally, it has to do with sense of belonging and having some kind of I guess value, for lack of a better term, socially for your groups and your surroundings. But this time it's been a lot more frustration with not having fulfillment or accomplishment, having something that you want to do and just not getting there. And that's what's really been plaguing me this last week or so since getting back. And I hope that gets better, because I feel like there's so much that still needs to be done. And I can't even say well, I did this instead. I just haven't really, there hasn't really been much. But it's been a process. I guess if nothing else, we're learning where our hangups are, and that's sometimes all you can say is we learned something, and that's enough. I mean, it's got to be enough, right? So yeah. Friday we had our dance and sing, and I haven't tried the new format. I do still want to. It'll probably be this coming week. Um, I do worry with the way my internet's been that it's gonna. I mean, I'm sure it's already reporting as unstable, even though I've dropped the bit rates to like what Twitch likes. And I've definitely noticed. Well, like I'll be in worlds and then I'll just freeze, even though there's really no reason. Or like even something as simple as like streaming my computer to my headset. Never mind the internet. Like even in my home network, it'll have trouble or it'll disconnect or something. Or like it'll just lag like crazy. And it's just like, why? I'm not. So that was what really kind of drove me to look at getting a new router. And I picked one out that was a brand that Dorp recommended. It's a Wi-Fi 7, but it was on a pretty big sale for Black Friday, so I got it for less than $200. And hopefully it's really good. I saw one of the reviews on Amazon. Like, for one, they advertised that it was great for VR, and two, one of the reviewers was saying, "Yeah, my son bought it. He wanted it for his Quest 3. He said he was losing a lot of frames, but now with this new router, it's been doing great." And I'm like, sold. That's enough endorsement for me. Like someone who's a VR gamer says it's much better for what he wants, and I'm like, that's what I want it for. So that's the plan. But that's supposed to get in on Wednesday, so we'll have one more stream, but aside from this one, where I'm on my current router, and things might happen. So I'm sorry if it does. I figure it's not bad enough to where I shouldn't stream, but it is bad enough to be annoying, and I should do something about it pronto. So yeah. So Wednesday, hopefully. So Thursday. So this coming Thursday, with Frisch is back, we will likely be on the new hardware. So we'll see how that works, and hopefully it works good. Aside from that, face and eye tracking is on the back burner. I know I mentioned that before, but I honestly don't even have like a timetable. To me, it's funny how like the two are going to be almost independent. I'm playing with the idea of a 2 headset setup, where like I've got the PSVR 2 hooked up to the PC now, and I'm going to try and get eye tracking working on that, which should be relatively easy because it is already designed for eye tracking, just not on the PC. At least not, officially. But I think that part should be relatively easy. And then the face tracking camera part of the Quest 3 setup is relatively easy to implement. So the problem is the gasket. The gasket that I have currently is designed to completely come off, and it actually latches down in the front where the face cam clips onto the front of the headset. So the gasket would have to stay on, or I would have to remove the clip each time I take the gasket off, and that is not easy to do. I worry the one time I did it, in fact, that I was going to snap the thing off, like, because I really had to and then it just it's like came off. Not broken, but man, scary, like those sounds. So so that's kind of where I am there. But we were able to test one of the 2 cameras for eye tracking, and it did work. So that's good. And then the infrared lights also worked. So the electronics work, but the clip that was the housing, the casing that was 3D printed, that's designed to snap into the lens. One of them snapped fine. The other one, when I was putting it in, about a third of it, the circumference around where it's supposed to grip, broke off. So it'll get in position, but it won't hold. Like, it won't hold if the wire gets tugged, or if like if I'm assuming in the minute I try to dance, that's just gonna be like All right, bye. See you next time. All right, Rusty Bucket time. Bam. Ooh, doesn't this just look scrumptious? Actually, you know what I do like? It's got these autumn leaves on it. I didn't know it had that before, but I finally saw it when someone used it. I'm gonna put it right here so y'all can see it. Um, I really like that, so I do like this bucket more than I thought I would. So I'm actually really glad that I started saving for it. Next thing will be, I believe, the apple seed, and I really hope I can get that because having an apple floater would be fun. I think I can still get it. There's still plenty of autumn left, but we'll see. I don't fish very much. That's kind of what it comes down to. Anyway, where was I? I was talking about Friday, new format. Yesterday, oh gosh, this was the last week of daily streams with Lahix, and this morning was actually the very last one. And I'm sad to say, I missed both yesterday and this morning. I was up too late last night and I overslept. And this honestly goes back to what I was talking about, like the intention, and then failing to follow through, and like being a big source of frustration for me. And I feel really bad about this because it would have been such a poetic wrap up. Ooh. A super rare, I forget what this one's called. Butterfly fish. 267, not bad at all. Oh, I'm level 100, no lifer. You guys saw it here. Hi, Matsu. Yep, I'm a no lifer now. I've been fishing to the point where I will no longer be a benefit to society. Where was I? Oh yeah, Lahix. So she'd been streaming for something like 8 years, doing these workouts every morning. Very rarely did she have to miss for one reason or another, but she has decided that she is going to move to a once a week model instead of a daily model, and her very last day was today, the end of November. And it's on Sunday, which means Team Body Project. And I did my very first workout with Lahix was also a Sunday back in August of 2023. So I've only been, around, in VR for the last 3 years or so. But that was my first day with Lahix, and I remember very, very vividly, first being surprised that you could just send her a friend request and she would accept it and you just join off of her, and it was as simple as that. I was used to Totless, where they'll do their DMCAs and they'll have their dance room, but you can't just join that. You have to there's a public dance along, and you can go in there, but they gotta trust you, and you don't just get to go in the main dance instance. So it surprised me that Logs just let you in. I was like, oh, cool. So but once I was in the little lobby room, which it's it wasn't connected before. You have to actually interact with the door to teleport into where the workout happens. I was terrified. I remember thinking oh no, I'm going to be on camera. Oh, do I know what I'm doing? Am I ready for this? But I eventually did it, and the very first thing that happened is that Ein, who is a booth clothing producer, I don't know what to call it, artist, booth artist, sent me a friend request right away. So that was super cool. And then I was standing back there and working out, and then Andy turned around and just did his little I'm a cat and I'm encouraging you move, and I was just won me over. So I was oh, now I'm comfortable and having fun. I was not keeping up very well, but I was enjoying myself, and that kind of begun my new fitness career, well, quote unquote fitness habit. And it's been a very good one. I lost a lot of weight. I got in better shape. I have more energy. I've made a lot of wonderful friends. It's been a wonderful, huge impact on my life, for a positive impact. So I owe Lox a lot for that. And being there, used to be every day, used to be, I would do this stream started as an extension of Logs because she used to do twice a day, and I thought, well, I can do it in the afternoons. So that was wonderful, and I thought, well, I'll be there for the last week, and I did intend to it. I was there Monday and Tuesday. I was not there because of payroll. It was a tough week of like 1 day payrolls, and then what I call the long Wednesday, which is going in, doing a bunch of cases about the time cards that I missed, and there were quite a few of them. So it's just kind of, it makes for a rough couple of days, just in a slightly different way than normal. So missed those two. I was there Wednesday, I was there Thursday, I was there Friday, but Saturday and Sunday I overslept. I was not there. So I was not there more days than I was there this week, even though I intended to be there every day this week. So that was very frustrating for me. It was very sad. I mean, I really wanted to, give Lax a nice goodbye. Or at least, end of an era. Like, we had fun. It was great. I actually briefly considered doing another one of my little surprises. Tried to do something nice for her, make a little video, but I think I decided pretty early on that I wasn't going to have the time. And it's actually good that I didn't try to do that, because, like, considering what the level of things that I, wasn't able to do, trying to do that, it just was never going to happen. So probably for the best, but it was important. It would have been a nice thing. So, but now it's over, and we'll see Lahix on Wednesdays still, so it'll just be kind of 1 day a week, and she'll be around for movie nights, and she may come around for like the occasional weekend as I hear it. Oh, look at that. But yeah, it's the end of an era. It's it's a bittersweet. But I hope everything works out for her. I wish her the best. Now to get back to our next week. Next Thursday, Fish will be back. I'll be on the new router. Hopefully everything goes well. There next Friday, I'm going to try the new format, which means first hour will be dancing, second hour will be karaoke, and then the third hour of some kind of social gathering. Maybe we'll play games, maybe we'll fish, maybe we'll hang out just and chat in a nice world. I want to try it. We'll see how it goes. I think another nice thing, though, is that, like, both from my trial run, well, I guess now for my trial run, I should say, it was just like, it was very lightly attended. I think the only person I would have been able to hang out with this week, or this last week, would have been Jamber, which is great. I did enjoy hanging out with Jam after my trip and just kind of talking. She has made some lovely poetry and has actually put it to song at the last streams. That was super cool. I was very happy to be a part of that. Or that she shared it through my stream. It was very nice. So I don't know. I'm not really quite sure what to expect, but hopefully it won't just be another Sunday stream. That's kind of what I'm hoping it isn't, because like, if it's that, then it's just like, well, I mean, what was the point? I don't know. But yeah. And then next Saturday, I don't know. I'm going to continue. I did test out the name Work It Out as the show title. I mean, I know it's like, it might seem silly for me to like feel like the title of a given, day is a big deal or something worth considering, but I don't know. It's just something I like kind of thinking about that. Oh, excuse me. So, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works out okay. Work it, yeah. Aw. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's funny. There's a Sonic R song called "Work It Out," and someone told me long ago when he heard it, he was like, "This sounds like an aerobics song." I'm like, I agree. And maybe next karaoke I'll sing it for y'all. If I can find a good version. I think every song from Sonic R has an instrumental though, and I can just sing the lyrics on top of that, and that should be fine. Yeah, I think that's a thing. I just have to have the sheet in front of me or something, but that's not too hard to do. Let's see. As far as Sunday, like I do like this format. I'm probably going to stick with it. Hopefully the time change hasn't been as big a problem for me. Hopefully, you guys, it's worked out okay as well. People don't really join me, which I'm open to, but I don't know if it's because like they don't want to be on stream. I know there's some people at least who are hesitant to join for that reason, but like I did have some people sitting with me from time to time. Oh, I completely forgot about the boost song that's behind me. So if you guys ever want to, or anyone wants to join me while I'm fishing, that's welcome, in fact. Just so we have like multiple lovely people to look at instead of one wolf boy. Let's see. Anything else to talk about? Oh, Dutch was telling me that Avatar is premiering next month. I'm like, Avatar? What? That movie's not coming out in 5 years or something? It's so funny how like these things kind of sneak up on me. Apparently, the Wicked sequel is out. There's a new Zootopia coming, and now Avatar. I'm just like, huh. I don't even think about movies anymore. We were talking about that like back when movies were like less than $10. You just kind of go and like it just for whatever, like didn't even worry about the movies that much. Just went for the experience. But now it's like you're paying at least like $18-20 for a ticket, and the movies aren't that interesting. They don't really seem to go all out, except for occasionally, like a couple of times a year. And our equipment at home, especially those of us who wear headsets, are comparable to a theater, unless like they went nuts on something. So I don't know, it seems like there's not much reason to go to the movies, especially if like you don't have people to go with. Like it's very rare when I will go to a movie by myself. I just don't get that much enjoyment out of it, like compared to going with friends. And really, it's not even about the movie. It's just about going out, like going places, about getting a meal. Excuse me. But now it's like, well, there's plenty of other things to do out, so like the movie part's not even the draw. So I don't know. I worry about what movies are going to do and what the companies are going to do to try to keep getting more money, and it's just going to be a worse and worse experience. And so there's going to be less people wanting to do it. It's rough out there. I know I keep saying that, man. We were talking about the cost of like tariffs and the crazy explosion of memory price, like RAM, and how high GPUs have gotten and how like linear they've gotten, where it's like it's almost not even worth talking about. Like, oh, you want this? Try this GPU or this GPU? It's like, no, you get the expensive one or you get the inexpensive one, and it's just what are you gonna do? But yeah, it's rough out there. See, Game Awards, did that happen? That's happening. For some reason I thought it happened in November, but November's over now. But like, it's got to be soon, right? I'm so bad at like keeping up with that. And I did watch it though, so maybe I should look. I hope I didn't miss it. I may have. Oh, fish! Hang on, let's catch a fish. Oh, bonus is gone. See, that's the nice thing about like Master Luck Fish being here, is that he very much made sure I knew that the bonus was up and ran over there. So it's like if I wanted to keep the focus on people, I would have to move too and actually participate. When I'm by myself, I'm just absentmindedly throwing the rod over and over. So, excuse me. Let's see. All right, when are the Game Awards? Gotta catch this fish. December 11th, so pretty soon, a couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna make a point to go watch that. So if you guys are in VR chat and want to hang out with me that night, please do. We did it last year. It was pretty fun. I think Atticus and Ari were with me. Matsu, were you there? I don't recall. I know Atticus was there because he made fun of my dancing. I know Ari was there. Maybe I was there. Maybe you were. Well, I'm gonna be doing it again, just like with Evo. I feel like the Game Awards. Excuse me. Might be nap time. No, I said when I got finished with this session, I gotta go clean the bathroom because I have been putting that off. Yeah. So that's gonna be fun. Don't have any errands to run, I don't think. Maybe I'll remember and be like, oh crap. But so get the stuff done. Anybody have anything they want to talk about since we're in the last like 6 minutes or so? Trying to think of anything else that may be worth mentioning. I want to talk about the Steam frame, which is funny. Like, I had this big heart-to-heart with Cleo recently. We were just like, we spent a good 2 hours just laying around and talking to each other, and we had this like intimate conversation about like, you know, how we've been feeling in life and like philosophy, and then like we cap all that by talking about the Steam frame. Which, I don't know, it just wandered into my head, and I was like, oh yeah, we never did talk about this. What did you think about it? But yeah, I know there's a lot of people. I can imagine, but I was not one of those people. Sorry. Who was like invested in Lighthouse, but people who are, I can see how they feel bad about the Steam frame just going away from it. And it even came up with Dutch. He was talking about, you know, the flux pose, which it's so strange how like the way a couple of people at least have talked about flux pose, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm going to use it with the Steam frame so I can actually get tracking. And I'm like, but I mean, IMU tracking's a thing. It's just like, nope. But I will say, to their credit, what I've been hearing is quite good. At least the test models. I don't know. I'm still unsure. NoFio, you know, kind of let us down with the actual, you know, retail models, consumer models. And I hope it's not the case with FluxPose, but I'm still kind of in wait and see mode. Like, I'm not, and like, considering that all the early birds were gone in like the first half hour, like there was probably, you know, probably not too many cases where I would have been like, I need to get on this Kickstarter. Even though I did regret waiting on slime. I'm yawning, sorry. It's so funny, I think about Yulin, who occasionally will just like be very yawny on stream, and I'm thinking like, I got booped by Deck. I get thinking like, right, like, oh, just take deep breaths, don't be so sleepy. But now I'm a sleepy boy. Okay, how are we doing? We got 3 minutes. All right, I would do a pre-roll, or I would do an ad break at this point, but I don't think I'm going to, because the ad is 2 minutes away and our end time is 1 minute away. So I'm going to say now, we're going to call the ad the end of the stream. So as soon as the ad starts, you might as well close the window, because I'm not coming back. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for coming. You know, I know it was a little bit shorter than usual, but we'll be back next week, and hopefully we'll get back to a normal schedule. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more life out of my avatars, hopefully in the next month or so, depending on how long it takes us to solve these problems. But yeah, thank you so much again. Have a wonderful afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, whatever's coming up for you. Enjoy your brekkie, your lunch, your dunch, your brunch, your din din, your midnight milk, your snacky snack. Above all else, though, be good, and I'll see you next time. Oh, there's like a minute left. Well, I'm not. I mean, that was the end. Just pretend I said it a minute from now, and we can talk a little bit longer about other stuff. I did my ending. I'm not doing it again. Yep. It's fun. It's hip to be scuff. Wait, no, wait. No, yeah, square doesn't rhyme. We gotta do a version of if it's hip to be square and say it's hip to be scuff. Because it totally is, right? Yeah, y'all agree with me, right? How did I get to 88 followers? What is going on? Y'all don't I don't do anything. Y'all don't waste your time. Oh no, that's terrible. I'm happy. This is what I wanted. I wanted this to be a space where my friends could spend time with me. Like, here's where I am, easy to access, you know. That was always what I wanted. So, good thing. Anyway, 5 seconds. Be good. Bye. Bye everyone. See you next time.